In this footage, Ukrainian soldiers move through a frontline trench at night, fully geared and advancing carefully under the threat of enemy fire. This is not a staged scene, it's a reality of daily combat on the front. On the Dvorichna, Kutkivka, Bohdanivka, Fiholivka axis, our defenders repel Russian assaults every single day, holding the line and preventing breakthroughs. Under constant pressure, they stand firm and do not retreat. Ordinary people doing work that changes the course of the war. Their resilience is the reason Ukraine still stands. This video captures a coordinated strike by Ukrainian Special Operations Forces against Russian positions concealed along a forest belt on the northern Slobozhansky front. Moving quietly through dense vegetation, small assault teams advanced in coordinated elements, located enemy units dug in on the line, engaged them at close range and cleared the positions before taking full control. Such operations depend on speed, silent coordination, night vision and thermal equipment, and the ability to hit first and disappear before the enemy can respond. Each successful raid disrupts Russian supply routes, eliminates assault elements preparing to push forward, and gives Ukrainian forces the tactical upper hand. In this footage, fighters of the 1st Presidential Brigade Burevii carry out a coordinated strike on Russian positions on the Kupiansk axis. Moving through prepared trenches and firing positions, the unit works in tight formation, engaging enemy forces and adjusting fire in real time. The video shows disciplined, precise combat work, not chaotic fighting but professional execution under pressure. These actions are part of the ongoing effort by Burevii to destroy Russian assault groups and prevent breakthrough attempts in this sector. Their cohesion and training make it possible to hold the line despite constant attacks. This is how Ukraine stops the enemy from advancing, step by step, position by position. A precise strike has cut the route connecting Selidove and Pokrovsk, a critical corridor previously used by Russian forces to move light vehicles and infiltrate the city in small assault groups. With this road disabled, the enemy loses both mobility and the ability to slip into the area undetected, disrupting their logistics in the sector. At the same time, Ukrainian troops are strengthening other parts of the front line with layered engineering defenses, minefields, fortifications and barriers designed to slow or halt any future Russian push. Step by step, Ukraine's defense forces are dismantling the enemy's logistics and offensive capability. This is a methodical, purpose-driven effort that reduces Russia's ability to wage war every single day, bringing Ukraine closer to victory. Disrupt the supply chain and you disrupt the assault. In this footage, operators from the UAV unit of the 63rd Mechanized Brigade eliminate a Russian group robotic vehicle halting ammunition. The FPV drone shadows the target through a shattered settlement, locks onto it and detonates directly inside the cargo compartment. The resulting blast triggers a chain reaction in the ammunition, confirming the vehicle's role in resupplying forward positions. No ammo delivered means fewer shells fired and fewer attacks launched. A single strike can shift the balance across the entire section of the front. These drones don't just destroy hardware, they dismantle Russia's ability to wage offensive operations. Here, the 32nd Brigade settles accounts with the enemy on the Pokrovsk axis. The Russians continue their assaults on the city, bringing only devastation and casualties, and Ukraine delivers the correction to that balance. Day after day, the 32nd Steel Brigade tallies new confirmed enemy losses across its sector. Each clip like this isn't just a successful strike, it's another documented proof of Russia's failures. In this footage, an FPV drone pushes through electronic interference and targets enemy troops positioned in open terrain. One hit, one confirmed result, balance reset to zero. Enemy robotic system dismantled step by step. The 46th Separate Air Mobile Padilla Brigade continues to wear down Russian forces by targeting key assets one after another. During this operation, coordinated drone teams hit multiple targets, including the tank, armored and transport vehicles, fortified enemy positions and personnel. Among them, a Russian ground robotic system attempting to operate near the front line. Ukrainian units are evolving faster than the enemy, adapting tactics and technology to neutralize threats before they escalate. Each destroyed machine reduces Russia's ability to push forward, resupply troops or maintain positions. Every strike is another setback for the occupiers and another step toward Ukraine's victory. No safe ground for ambushers. We locate them and remove them. On the Liman axis, Russian forces increasingly rely on waiting drones positioned near roads, lying in concealment for hours to strike passing vehicles or infantry. But the 66th Separate Mechanized Brigade keeps its sector clean. Even secondary routes are constantly monitored, inspected and cleared of hidden threats. In this footage, the 2nd Mechanized Battalion Onuki Adolfivny identifies an enemy roadside hideout and drops a precision munition straight onto the position, converting a planned Russian ambush into debris. Secured roads, cover approaches, no enemy drone operates unchallenged on our routes. Russian drone launch sites erased before takeoff. On the Liman axis, the enemy is expanding not only its ground presence but also its aerial activity, deploying more drone teams to back up assault operations. The 66th Mechanized Brigade counters this by striking their launch hubs before the drones are airborne. The Mara UAV Battalion locates Russian takeoff points concealed in forest lines and open fields, destroying equipment, shelters and the operators behind them. If they prepare to launch, we shut them down. If they attempt to hide, we track them down. On the Liman front, the skies are ours. This video captures how the 5th Separate Assault Brigade locates a hidden Russian UAV launch point positioned along a tree line and eliminates it with a precise strike. Ukrainian operators first spot enemy activity, track the launch setup, and then target both the crew and their equipment, including drones, power sources, and stored munitions. The strike triggers a powerful blast, followed by multiple secondary explosions as fuel and ammunition detonate, confirming the destruction of an active drone hub used to target Ukrainian positions in the sector. By taking out the operators, hardware, and stockpiles in a single operation, Ukrainian forces shut down Russian aerial reconnaissance in this area and remove a direct threat to units on the ground. Maintaining control of the air isn't just an advantage, it's a layer of protection for our troops on the front line. In this footage, an FPV drone strikes a Russian infantryman moving across open ground on the Bohdanivka axis. The target was carrying ammunition, and when the drone hits directly, the blast triggers a violent chain of detonations, turning the soldier and his cargo into a fireball on impact. The strike is carried out by the 6th Special Purpose Battalion of the 12th Azov Brigade. This is how Azov stops assault before they begin, eliminating enemy personnel and the ammunition meant to supply their advance. One precise hit removes the fighter and the munitions he intended to deliver. Fewer shells fired at our troops, fewer attacks launched in this sector. No safe routes, no quiet logistics. The frontline burns for those who bring war closer. Operation Pipe Reloaded, Sumy region. A Russian soldier attempted to repeat the infamous tactic used in Kursk, taking shelter from Ukrainian drones inside a drainage pipe. It didn't work out any better this time. The Foxtrot drone unit of the 80th Air Assault Brigade had eyes on the position from the start. The first FPV enters the pipe but gets stopped by a crude barricade. Curious, the Russian crawls forward to investigate, and that's when the second drone reaches him without obstruction. You might dodge artillery, you might hide from infantry, but you don't escape Ukrainian drones. Accuracy, patience, and one fewer invader on our land. On the Zaporizhia front, Ukrainian drone operators once again demonstrate precision and control. The 2nd Mountain Assault Battalion moves into Russian positions without warning, fast, quiet, and highly coordinated. The drones strike directly into enemy shelters, clean drops, confirmed detonations, and yet another dugout packed with Russian personnel is eliminated. This is disciplined technical work, precise flight path, pinpoint targeting, and no escape for those who enter Ukraine not to live, but to fight and die. Assault units and UAV teams systematically clear the Zaporizhia steppe of occupying forces, efficiently, accurately, and with painful consequences for the enemy. Another attempt at the cinematic escape on the front line ended exactly as most Russian improvisations do, in failure and death. The occupier tried a dramatic combat role seemingly inspired by action movie choreography, hoping that acrobatics would save him from the incoming FPV strike. But tricks like that don't work against the kamikaze drones of Ukraine's 3rd Army Corps. The Ukrainian operator maintained lock-on the entire time and guided the drone straight into the target. The role didn't save the soldier, it just made his final moments look even more ridiculous. Once again, Ukrainian FPV drones prove flashy stunts don't help those who bring war to our land. This footage shows the Fatum group tracking down and eliminating Russian soldiers who attempted to mislead Ukrainian forces. Some played dead, others hid in shelters hoping to wait out the strike and avoid detection. Neither deception nor cover worked. The drones identified every target, both those lying still and those trying to remain hidden. The central figure in this clip is a Russian soldier who erupts in flames after a direct hit and attempts to flee without success. The Ukrainian FPV stays locked on him until the final moments, leaving no room for escape. This is how liberation happens on the ground, precise, systematic, and unstoppable. that's all for now. If you believe the world should know the truth about this war, make sure to subscribe, like and share this video so everyone can see what Ukraine is fighting for. Together we are stronger, together we bring victory closer.